Hey guys.
Today, we took the structure off the top of the trailer so we could set it on the floor so it was easier to reach, because as you saw before, it's really tall. Also, the floor is a little bit flatter and will support it better as we're welding in all the rest of the framing. These are some pieces that I cut. They're 37 degrees on one side and 40 on the other. They will stand on the sidewall to support the ceiling, like this, all the way around.
And you see that square over there? That's being cut out. So it's this part right here.
Oh, the supports? Yeah, this one's probably easier for them to see. Once we have all the framing all the way around, we can take out these bars and this whole square that's in here, because all the rest of the framing will hold everything in place. These are the pieces that you watched Tristan cut in our last video. They'll go along the sides like this. And go ahead and let's show them how we hold them in place, Tristan.
By our little friends. Let me grab one of them. Big magnets.
So we stick the magnets where? How does that work?
Just like that.
Yep, and they help hold it in place so you can get some tack welds on it, and then you pull the magnets off, and then you can weld it the rest of the way, right?
Yeah.
There will be vertical frame supports all the way down the side, but there won't be one right here. Why is that?
Because we're going to have a window right here.
A window? Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to frame it for the right size.
So we can get natural sunlight.
And a little fresh air ventilation without using our rooftop fan all the time that we're going to put in. This is our window. It's a slider with a screen. Got it off of Amazon. It's going to go basically right here in the middle of this wall.
Your best friend.
We're not going to... Why would the wall be my best friend?
No, but... No, Amazon.
Amazon's not my best friend. You know who my best friend is? Me. Yes.
Duh.
The other part that we have to frame is our roof, and we're going to have to take into consideration that we're going to mount a max air electric fan on the front, and we're going to mount our rooftop air conditioning unit on the back. Do you know why I'm mounting the rooftop air conditioning on the back?
Why? I don't know.
Well, I'm mounting the electric fan on the front because we're going to make a little kitchen up here, and if we're cooking, it'd be nice to have the fan right above the area where we're cooking if it's raining outside and we won't use the outside portion to cook. And then that leaves the back of the roof wide open, so we'll put our air conditioning unit back there. Plus, it'll naturally be pretty heavy in the front because we're going to put batteries and a lot of other stuff like our refrigerator and things in the front. So having the rooftop air conditioner, which I think weighs about 45 pounds, if we mount that in the back, that'll help balance it out a little bit. But you do want the trailer to be heavier in the front than the rear because then it tows properly.
That's kind of weird.
Why is that weird? Do you know what happens if you have your trailer loaded too much in the back and not enough in the front? Nope. It sways when you're going down the road. It starts doing this as you're going down the road. So you need a little bit more. I think the ratio is 60-40. You should have about 60% of the weight in the front and 40% in the back. It might be a little closer to the 50-50 mark, but you should always have a little bit more tongue weight than you do tail weight.
Because it's more safe not to sway around like a snake.
Speaking of safe, do you notice what we have on already?
Safety gloves.
Yep, I just took them off so I could hold the window. And what else?
Our safety glasses.
Right.
Mine are Bodyguard.
Bodyguard brand safety glasses? That's cool. I think mine are 3M.
Mine are better.
Anyways, we're going to keep our talking to a minimum now because it is very warm. It's in the low 80s already. It's about 9:30. It's very humid. So we're going to run all the fans, and you won't be able to hear us once we do that. Plus, with the noise from cutting and welding and stuff like that, you don't want to hear that the whole time. So we'll probably just mute the work as we're going, and we'll do a little bit of voiceover so you can hear what we're doing in some spots where it's important.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we're just welding in some of the vertical frame pieces. I'm basically doing the sides, the bottom, and the back, and then leaving the fronts for Tristan to weld. He's only ever welded on a bench before, or on the floor of the trailer where it's basically a bench. So welding on a vertical surface is going to be a little weird for him, so I'm pretty much holding one end of the wand, letting him operate the trigger, showing him how to work the puddle around on a horizontal line on a vertical surface. And he'll get the hang of it, but he's brand new to this. I don't want to put him in any awkward angles yet. Take my time. I've tried to remember that nobody ever showed me. I just kind of learned how to do it when I was in my early 20s. I feel like he's going to be pretty far ahead of the game with as much as he's done already being 11. So you can see that gap there in the middle of the wall for our window. We're just basically doing the same exact thing on the other side. A little sneak surprise from Tristan there. Just going to speed up the camera. I think we're running at about 25 speed right now. I think I'll slow it down in a little bit when he starts welding. But basically we're just going to scroll on through this. Tristan wanted to show off this helmet I let him wear. I got it for Christmas, and the lens is so nice and clear that I haven't been using it for any MIG welding, so he just wanted to show it off. He can see really good with it. The design is out of this world.
Remember, guys, get outside or get to building, but whatever you do, do it safe.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tune in for next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.